Hi, I'm Annette Gotland. I teach Java programming through creating games. Let's set up your computer so you have everything you need to start creating the games in these videos. You'll need an integrated development environment referred to as an IDE. You'll use the IDE to write the Java code. I recommend that you use Eclipse IDE. And you'll need a Java development kit, also called a JDK. The JDK will generate the Java program from the Java code. I recommend using Oracle JDK. You'll also need to download the images and resource files used in these games. But before you download anything, I recommend that you set your browser to ask where to save downloads. That'll make it much easier to locate your downloaded files later. I'll demonstrate how to set that option in Firefox, but you should be able to find similar settings for most browsers. We'll set our browser to always ask where to save files. In Firefox, you click Menu and Settings. Then scroll down to Files and Applications. And there's a section for downloads. It defaults to saving files to downloads. I'm going to leave that as my default. But make sure you turn on the option to always ask where to save files. You'll be writing computer program code in the Java programming language. You'll need a JDK to generate Java programs from the Java code. I recommended Oracle JDK for learning Java. So let's install Oracle JDK. Go to oracle.com, click Products, Java, and download Java. You may see more than one version of Java offered. Here we have both JDK 25 and JDK 21. Either one would be a good choice because they're both long-term support releases. The JDK 25 likely has newer features and performance enhancements, but JDK 21 likely has fewer issues since it has been in use longer. Because we won't need the latest Java enhancements for the games in this series, JDK 21 should be sufficient for these lessons. So I'll select JDK 21. Next, choose the operating system that you're installing it on. I'm going to install it on Windows. Could really install any of these packages. I'm going to choose the MSI installer because MSI installers are specifically made for installing on Windows. So I wanted to save the file. Now we just set up Firefox to ask where to save things, and it's defaulting to downloads like it said, but I'm going to create a new folder for saving the JDKs. I'm going to call that JDK. Click Open to save it in that folder. Now here we can watch the progress of the download, and it is completed. Click the folder icon to come into the folder. And you could install it right now, but I recommend that no matter how much you trust the site that you downloaded it from, that you scan it for viruses. So I'm going to right click on it, show more options, and somewhere in the list you might have an option to scan with whatever antivirus program you have on your computer. I've got WebRoot, so I'm going to scan this file with WebRoot. Doesn't take very long. Scanning for malware. No threats found. So we can close that. Double click to install it. And welcome, and this will guide us through installing it. Click Next. Ask me where to install it. I'm going to let it go to the default location. Next. My screen recording software is not showing this next window that pops up. It's the user account control. Asks if I really want to allow this app to make changes on my device, and I'm going to say yes.
I don't need the tutorials or API documentation or any of that, so I'm just going to go ahead and close it. And it's now installed.
I use Eclipse IDE for Java developers to enter the Java program code in my videos, so let's install that next.
Go to eclipseide.org. Scroll down, click Download. Click the Download button off to the right. Scroll down, click Download. It gives two options. The x86-64 is for desktops and laptops. The Arch 64 is for mobile devices. I'm going to load mine to my desktop, so I'm going to take x86-64. Click Download and save the file. I want to save it in a new folder called Eclipse. And save it in that new folder. You can watch the progress here. Shows it's completed. Go to the folder. And same as before, I want to scan this file for viruses. Go to show more options. Scan with WebRoot. No threats were found. So now I can double click it to install it. We want to install the Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Click Install. You can see it's going to be installing it into my user directory in Eclipse Java 2025 092. And launch it. It needs to know a workspace where it's going to keep all your data as you're typing in new code, and it's going to go to my user directory in a folder called Eclipse-Workspace. I'll launch it. So Eclipse is installed and ready to use. The first time you start Eclipse, you'll see this welcome window. Go ahead and click some of these links if you're interested, and when you're done, just click the hide window. This is the main editing window for Eclipse. First, I ask make sure that you have the Java perspective. That's this one is lit up with a J in it. Next, we'll close some tabs that we're not going to need. I want to make this edit area bigger. So first, I would close out the task window tab. Click the X. Now all that's left here is the outline tab. And I would take that, drag it over, and drop it down in the bottom half of this window. Now our edit area is bigger.
And finally, let's download the resource files used in the games.
Okay, we're going to go to gotlandsoftware.com. That's GOTLANDSOFTWARE.com. Click YouTube channel, and this will bring you to a page of downloads for the YouTube channel. Just click the download button and save file. We're going to put it in a new folder called DIY Java Games. open the folder and save it. Let's check on the progress. It is done downloading it. We can open the folder that it's in by clicking the folder icon. And as I recommended before, always do a virus scan on anything I downloaded from the internet, no matter how much I trusted the site. So scan with WebRoot. And no threats were found, so click close. I'm going to extract all out of that zip file. And I want to put it in the Eclipse workspace. So I'm going to browse. I said that I put it in my user directory, so it's under C, Users, JM, Eclipse Workspace. Select that folder, and I do want to show me the extracted files when it's complete. So extract. So there we have it. All the files are now available in our Eclipse workspace, and you should have everything you need for creating the games in these videos.
Key points and more. Organize your downloaded files by having your browser ask where to save download files. This makes it easier to find those downloaded files later. Always scan downloaded files for viruses, no matter how much you trust the site you're downloading them from. Scanning all downloads is a good habit to form. A Java Development Kit, JDK, is needed to generate Java programs from Java code. When you install a JDK, you may need to choose between more than one release. Only choose long-term releases, as those will be available for a longer time. If more than one long-term release is available, and if you don't need the features of the newer release, choose the older one, as it has been in use longer and should have fewer issues. Download Oracle JDK from this Oracle website. I'll provide the links in the description. An integrated development environment, IDE, is needed to enter Java code and to run the JDK. Download Eclipse IDE for Java from this Eclipse website. Select x86-64 to get the ID for laptops or desktop computers. You'll see several versions of Eclipse IDEs. Select the ID for Java developers and install it. Run Eclipse and accept the default workspace, which is your user directory / Eclipse workspace. Next, make more room for the edit area for entering program code. Close the task pane. I don't normally use it. Move the outline pane to the bottom of the Package Explorer pane. You'll also need the images, sound files, and data files that were created for the games. Download the resource file from my website here. Extract the files to your Eclipse Workspace folder. It should be in your user directory / Eclipse Workspace. You now have everything ready so you can learn Java by creating the games in my channel. No programming experience is required. If you're new to Java programming, I recommend that you start at the beginning of my video series. The first lesson is TG 1.1, Hello World, Java Projects, Packages, Classes, and Instant Help. This is in the text game series, The Fundamentals of Java Programming. You'll learn how, when, and why Java programs are written the way they are.